Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Today, we are going to discuss a very important topic, which is very, very in these days. Uh, People really sugarcoat it, people really make up it, but it's very, very important for the young generation, for the youth, especially for teenagers to understand. It is about having a vision for your life. Now, when we talk about vision, people generally get it confused with mission, your goals, your perspectives of life, and your normal uh, daily routines. So today we will do this podcast in two different sessions. In today's session, we will discuss about the difference between vision, the mission, the goals, and how it impacts your daily life. Vision is your inspirational picture for the future. It's a long-term desire. It can be for your lifespan. It can be even for your afterlife. When we talk about the mission is the practical example of how you want to achieve your mission. And then when we talk about goals are just normal routine things, which could be your daily goals, your weekly goals, your yearly goals. And it can also change as you grow, as you get more knowledge, as you get more mature. So these things can definitely change. When we talk about vision is basically is your personality, is something that you think of a lot, is something that you want to achieve in maybe 10 years, maybe 20 years, maybe something which is really you don't want to achieve it for your own self, but you want to achieve it for all other people around you. For example, if you're a father, you're looking something for your family. If you're a political leader, you're looking something for your nation. If you are a manager, you're looking something better for your company. If you're a company owner, you're looking for a vision for how to grow that company. So it's very crucially important that we understand the importance of vision. What are the components of the vision, and how should we think about having a vision? If we don't have a vision, how does it impact your life? If we don't have a vision, how would it affect others' life, whom your life is dependent on? The main components of the vision are the core values, the desired legacy, the long-term inspirations, and emotional and spiritual drives. When you have a vision can be, we can give you an example, having a vision for a small company that it wants to grow to a bigger company. You have a vision for your family that can be done, maybe how your next generations, what you want to do for your next generations, how things are going to go for your next generations. And then when we talk about a student or teenager, you can have a vision for what do you want to be and how that your being, your professional life is going to impact the world, impact your nation, impact your surroundings. I'll give you a very small example of the vision. Let's say you are in a room. Okay, if you are in the room, your physical vision is only limited to the walls in front of you. It's like having a small knowledge about your small environment, right? And if you go out of the room, let's say you walk out of your house, then you have a vision till the end of the street. And when you have the vision till the end of the street, it means you have matured yourself a little more. And then you have grown, grasped the knowledge of other things. And, those things can help you grow more. Um, I think, and then when you look up in the sky, then there's limitless. So it's the same way that, when we are talking about the vision, which is happening in your mind, in your the goals you're setting for yourself, the mission you want to set for yourself, the more knowledge you will have about it, the more knowledge you can learn about it, it'll be better for you to have a clear and more stronger vision. If you do not have a knowledge, for example, a person wants to be a doctor, a person wants to be a pilot or an engineer, and that's something they have a goal for their life. But how being a doctor, how being a pilot, how being an engineer, how being a scientist is going to affect the world, that's their vision. That vision cannot change and should not change. You can change your goals, you can change your aims, but the vision which you have should never change. If let's say if you want to see uh, impacting, let's say if you want to become a doctor and you want to cure an uncurable disease like cancer, that's a vision to become a doctor and cure the disease. So you need to take steps towards it. How can you do things which are going to really help you in doing achieving your mission? You might not be able to cure cancer within your lifetime, but you should be able to take steps towards it, from whom people would learn, people will grow, people would, take it a little further. These things can even grow after life, you know, and these things can really help achieving your vision. But it's not necessarily that you have a vision for 10 years, 15 years, or even after you have spent your life. So the vision basically begins with self-awareness. You need to understand what are your values, what are your strengths, what are your weaknesses, and what is your passion. If you know your values, your strength, your weaknesses, your passion, you would know that following any vision for life needs a lot of sacrifice, a lot more than a person can think of. Sometimes you have to take decisions which are not really necessarily you would want to, but to achieve your goal, achieve your vision, you would have to do a lot of sacrifice. If you would not do that, then you would not be able to achieve your mission. And if you don't achieve your mission, you will not be able to work towards your vision. The best thing to do, once you know what do you want to do and you have something in your mind, you have uh, managed to see what do you want to do in your life, then you should write it down. You should write it down on a piece of paper, and you should stick it on your desk where do you daily work, on your cupboard where you see it every day, so that it keeps reminding you that you shouldn't be deviating from it. It's very, very crucial that you keep reminding yourself on daily basis about your vision, because at times what happens is that uh, when you don't achieve your little small goals to achieve your vision, you can feel bad, you can feel hurt, you can feel really worked out. So to keep yourself motivated, you would have to understand that the importance of that mission, and keep reminding in your head, and by visually looking at it, these setbacks would not really help you grow. The second thing is that how to have internal motivation, how to have external items stop impacting your internal motivation. You need to be self-motivated. Once you have the vision, once you have the mission, once you know that the mission is there, you have your mission which you would want to achieve, then definitely you would want to work towards it. It's your internal motivation which keeps you going. It's external impacts which stops you from going. So internal motivations is it's a lot more important for you to work towards to achieve your goals. Small goals again. Your goals are small missions which would lead you to achieve your mission. Then again, to achieve a vision, um, whatever vision you would set for your life, you need to have a support system. You need to share your vision with your immediate family, with your friends. Uh, Most probably, you would have to go out and find like-minded people because it's not necessary that your family or friends would agree to your vision. But again, it's your vision. You want to achieve those things. It's very necessary for you to be able to achieve those things. And for you to be able to achieve your vision, you need to have a complete support system. The support system would include your like-minded people who are really working or agree towards your mission, who are ready to sacrifice or really ready to help you with what you want to achieve as your vision. They would not only help you to achieve your vision, but in terms of when you have a setback, when you feel tired, when you feel that you have not achieved your goal or you're failing your mission, they'll keep you motivated because they are on the same page as you are. The key points which you would need to understand to have a vision is, first of all, you need to define a purpose for it. Whatever your vision is, why you want to achieve that vision. Because if you don't have the purpose and you have a vision could be something which is not really achievable in today's day. Vision is something that you might not be able to achieve today, tomorrow, or maybe in your life. But if you don't have the defined purpose for it, that why you want to do it, whatever your vision is, then you will not be able to convince other people. You will not be able to have a support system. This defined definition or the defined for the purpose of it, it needs to be very clear. It should not have any gray areas or black areas or undefined areas which can really impact your uh, long-term goals, which would really impact towards your vision. Then once you have the clarity, then once you have the support system, then you need to have actions which would motivate you. You know, uh, having a vision is very easy. It's you can think of something, but why do you want to have it? Then you need to have a support system. Then you need to have motivated actions towards it. Small goals, daily goals, maybe weekly goals, maybe monthly goals, maybe yearly goals, however you would want to, how broad or bigger your vision is. It all depends on those things. Sometimes you would get setback. Sometimes you would overachieve things. So in both ways, you need to have understanding of how to react to those. Then you have priorities, which, as I said, once you have a vision, you have the clarity, you have the support system, you have everything else, then you need to have priorities because at times your vision would need you to sacrifice. It would need you to take decisions which are not really popular. It would want you to take decisions which you really don't want to, but you would have to. So, are you ready to do that sacrifice? Are you ready to take those tough decisions to achieve your vision? Then you need to have resilience in yourself for uh, every time where you would not achieve your targets, anytime where you would not achieve your goals, anytime you are not able to understand why and how things are happening because they are not happening according to your plan. You need to change your mindset towards failure, and you need to make your mind understand the failures are not failures. They are the learning tools for you to not to be able to do those same mistakes again. Then again, if you achieve more than what you have targeted, you know, how do you keep yourself calm? Again, it's a mindset. It's you need to have a very strong mindset if you really want to achieve your vision. If you do not have a strong mindset, it would not only impact your mental health, but also the people around you. If you do not understand how to handle failures or overachievements, then the people around you would have problems. Your support system, your group of people who are supporting you for your vision would have problem understanding you. They would have the clarity, they would have the understanding. But if you are not emotionally composed, they will get confused. If your support system get confused, it's like a building, it will collapse. Then you'll have to start all over again. So it's very, very crucial for you to have a very strong mindset. One more important thing about having and achieving your strategic vision is, how do you foster your long-term thinking? In today's world, things changed overnight. One day you have one thing, the other day you have something else. Another week from now, you have something new coming up. Maybe what your vision was, it's already been achieved by some other person. How do you keep yourself informed? How well do you keep yourself engaged? How do you foster your short term goals, your long term goals, and how do you plan those things? It's very, very crucial and very, very important for you to be able to achieve your small goals and then bigger goals to be able to achieve your vision. How do you find the inner peace? It's very important that with all the achievements, with all the failures, you should keep yourself calm. You should not get overexcited, or you should not feel demotivated. You need to keep yourself calm. You need to keep at the small, same pace. You know, you need to keep going because at times, as I said, it needs sacrifice. At times, you would overachieve. So all of these things do matter. Now, when we know that how can we go and achieve our vision, these are just the small topics that we have discussed. We need to understand why it is important to have vision. You can live your life happily, you can perform your daily task greatly. If you're a student, you can go to school, you're going to college, you pass your exams, get an excellent grade. Uh, you may be able to, get a very good job because of, you've gotten to excellent college and live your life, get married, have kids, spend your life just like that. Not every single person is really ready to sacrifice for their vision. But it's really crucially important to have something in your mind, People think of their goals, people think of their small aims or long-term goals as their vision. So there's a huge difference between having your goals, your short-term, your long-term goals, and having your vision. If you have a vision for your life, then your life becomes meaningful. Then you have a purpose. Yes, with goals, long-term goals, you do have a purpose, but that's a general purpose. Everybody's starting from kindergarten, going to high school, going to college, getting a job, getting married, having kids, having grandkids, and finally leaving the world. So only the world, the world will remember people with the greater vision, the people who think beyond the life, the people who think beyond the normal routine. So if you decide, especially for the teenagers, especially for the people, the kids who are in high school, early college, university, it's the best time for you to think about having a purpose for life. Purpose is not a general purpose of life just to have a job, have a family and grow. No, you need to have a purpose of life which is broader than your own life. This is what you call a vision. A vision can be for the company, as I said, but that's a smaller vision. A vision can be for a family, for the father, for having their after grandkids and all of those. Yes, but have something bigger, understanding of it, getting to know about it. What do you want to achieve? How much work has been done earlier about it? If somebody else is doing it, what information do you have about it? What have you learned about it before setting up your vision? Once you have set up your vision, it could be in anything, it could be in any sector, then make it a very clear, crystal statement. Write it on a piece of paper, stick it somewhere so that it can be reminded. They're the steps I have told you. Let's say if you don't have a vision, you don't have a purpose, you just want to live a normal routine life, there is no problem with it as well. But living a life without any purpose, living a life without any vision, living a life without giving something back to the world is a life nobody would remember. You would be just like another person who came to the world, used the world, and left the world, lived own life and left the world. But if you do have a vision, if you do have a purpose, if you are ready to sacrifice, if you are ready to make the commitment, then yes, people will remember you. People will not only remember you, people would remember you for ages. They will give you examples. You know, for us being Muslim, we have a purpose, we have a mission, which is clearly stated, given to us by Allah. If we want to look at the perfect example for a person who can give us the perfect example for a vision is our Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He had a vision. He was he was given a vision. He worked on it, and you can see, till the world is there, his name is going to be there. Now, when we come towards any country, any political leader, we have example of Nelson Mandela. We have example of Gandhi. We have example of Muhammad Ali Jinnah. We have example of all other great leaders of the world who have served the world beyond their life. Their life was not only circling around them, but for the whole nation. They had the purpose. They knew what they want to achieve. They had done a lot of sacrifices. They had a lot of setbacks, but they worked, and worked towards their mission till the time they have achieved it. So now I hope that in this session, I'm able to clear the purpose of and the importance of having a vision and how can we achieve our vision by stepping on the small goals. Next week, same time, we will do the same podcast, and we will take it from initially uh, defining your vision to practically taking it and implementing in your life. If you have any questions, please do write it in the chat box, and we will answer those questions. And I will take them on in our next session next Sunday, same time. Thank you. Thank you for watching. And I hope to see you all next Sunday.